in Kendal at Pappy's Texas BBQ, and this is what 72 hours worth of smoking looks like. We've got brisket, we've got beef short ribs, pork ribs, chicken thighs, pulled pork, and Cumberland smoked sausage. But nothing this good ever came easy. Like I said, these meats take 72 hours from start to plate, needing around-the-clock supervision using 200-year-old family secrets. So come along as we reveal this never-before-seen 3-day process and find out how the most authentic Texas-style barbecue you'll ever taste can actually be found in the Lake District. While we're here, we'll also be trying one legendary local spot that you definitely need to try. It's insane. So challenge number 1 was actually finding this place. It's definitely a Google Mapser, isn't it? We are here in Kendal at one of the only traditional Texas barbecue joints in the country. We're here to catch up with Robin and Scott, the pitmaster of Pappy, to show us how it all goes down. Their smokehouse has been a smokehouse since the 1880s, and we're going to get that first light. Once lit, the smoker can take up to 4 hours to get up to heat. Much longer than it did in Robin's hometown of Texas. Meanwhile, I'll go and ask Scott some inappropriate questions. What's your favourite bit of meat?
Brisket, the labour of love. You can put all this time and all this effort into it, and then it just, you never know what it's going to come out like.
Brisket is the pitmaster's biggest challenge. It's a cut from the cow's lower chest area, notorious for being ultra tough, needing insane time and skill to get results. As Scott said, it's always a bit touch and go, even for the pros, so stick around and see how it all comes out.
And then we're using the real chimneys.
Oh, so they're still the original chimneys?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're the original chimneys from the 1880s. That's 100 years old, that. I'm going to start rubbing some meats. Massaging. About to get my hands dirty. The membrane on the pork rib stays tough and chewy even after cooking. So first step is to remove it, and it's not as easy as it looks. Those are the sounds of a professional who definitely knows what he's doing. My hands were freezing from the ribs. My hands went numb. I think my hands were a bit like this in the end. On medical leave due to me frozen bloody hands, they sent me out on wood duty for the smoker. Nothing but pure oak. The fire starter, well, not the fire starter, but I love the whole vibe. I'm moving up to Kendal, gonna smoke meats for a living. Sorry, Mum.
I've got these ripped open just so that they could be airing.
Whoa, bangers.
About that size.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll crack through them. I have to be really careful handling Robin's sausage because, after all, she's the owner of Pappy's, and you'll hear more about how the hell she ended up here in the Lake District when we sit down with her later.
I've never worked so hard in my life.
Next, we're portioning up the pork ribs, and then we're going to trim the briskets, rub them up and get them in the smoker. So these are the sticky ribs, short and sweet. You are ready? Yes, short, fat and sweet. I love it, man. Barbecue's just so good. Sorry, I'm gonna have to... Oh, sorry, Matt, I had to sneeze. Yeah, I had to sneeze. I'm going again. I've got to wait for this one to pass. It's right there. Don't inhale pepper, kids.
250 is where we kind of aim for Fahrenheit, which is about 130 Celsius.
With the pork ribs sorted, it's onto the brisket, but not before a taste test. So these are the sticky ribs. So these all get coated in a barbecue sauce. Fantastic.
I mean, all this fat's pretty good and will render, except for that hard toe.
Yeah.
And that's quite like a deep V.
Right,
that we're gonna just get down in there.
These white chunks of hard fat known as the brisket knuckle won't render properly in the smoker, so they have to be taken off the brisket. Anyway, that's me finished for a hard day's graft. Time to leave the rest of the professionals to get these briskets in overnight, where they'll need round-the-clock attendance. Right, gang, day 2. We are on the way to Wildermere to go and check out Toast. They put the briskets in last night. It's got to be meat, and a bit more meat. Toast is all about the shocker pan, which, if you didn't know, is a Japanese milk bread, and it's absolutely sensational. Look at that. Egg, mayo, bacon and cheese. Wow. We've got a hot kimchi and mozzarella mix, which I'm absolutely buzzing to get into. We've got egg, we've got pork and pickle. Don't they look tasty? Well, that was a super sarnie. Now on to Pappy's Texas BBQ, where Robin's been here looking after the meat since 3 a.m. And what are we about to get off?
Brisket.
Yes, this is what I'm most excited for. Oh, they look so good. So that bark has formed on the briskets.
Yeah. So if they've barked up really well and I'm happy with them, I'll wrap them.
Yep.
But if I think they can handle
do it a bit
more,
longer. Yep.
Yeah.
Just go into the car. I'll be back in a minute. Juicy. Over.
What's happening, CV?
Yeah, perfect. I'm in. Wow. Never had so many sausages so close to my face. And with that, it's time to find out more about this amazing lady behind the smokehouse. Where did Pappy's begin?
Pappy's my dad. Taylor, Texas, where I was born, has an international barbecue competition every single year. I've been doing barbecue competitions since I was like 5 years old. And then my dad got a little food truck. People would pre-order briskets and he'd smoke them through the night. I helped him. We started doing rodeo events. As he retired, he got a big smoker and he had a team. I just said, Dad, I want to get back to just, you know, for a hobby, smoking. We didn't know that it was going to be his last Christmas. He helped us design my travel smoker. My husband built it and we started doing festivals just for fun. Evolved into wholesale. We needed bigger premises, which we came to the smokehouse. It was the town's original smokehouse from 1881. It stopped trading in the Second World War, had fire damage, and it sat vacant, vandalized years and years and years. My husband restored the smokehouse. So we moved in the year after my dad passed away. So yeah, so basically lockdown, we thought, let's do a takeaway. I never thought that on the first night we were open, a line out the car park, and we ran out of fries. COVID lockdown for us. I've never worked so hard in my life. And it's fantastic because we're open year round now. Word's getting out, that little place down the alley.
Scott's over here injecting turkeys with butter and putting them on to smoke. And while he does that, we're off to have a look at the local scenery and of course have a pint at the highest pub in the Lake District. Unfortunately it's shut, so we can't have a pint 1,500 metres above sea level, but we've just found a well. Should we get to the top of the hill? What do you reckon? No. Out of breath. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like, you know, like the air up here, the oxygen level's really low, you know.
No, that's because you've walked up the hill. The oxygen level here are probably really good.
So this is actually the furthest north that I have ever been. Yeah, Lake District, what a beautiful, beautiful place. Toast, Pappy's, there's some great little foodie spots up here. You can come for a hike and get fat while you do it. Day 3, the final day. We are on the way to Pappy's to get the final meat out the smoker and then we're gonna feast. This is what 3 days of smoking has all boiled down to. Let's go. We got to Pappy's and of course Robin's already here, wrist deep in smoky pulled pork.
And I got here 3:45, had a little coffee.
We asked Robin how you go about getting the sickest job in the world, being a pit master.
It's time served, really. I mean, they do barbecue schools now, don't they? But even then, it's time served, you know. It's like learning your pit as well, knowing the hot spots, knowing what meats you can put where. Say you get a different moisture content of wood, well, it changes the smoker, it changes, you know, the flow. Yeah, gotta stay on your toes.
Yeah.
Now that is what I'm talking about. They are literally dinosaur bones. So we are just about to pull some pork. Look at that. That has literally just fell off.
Fell off the bone.
Yeah.
Come on.
Wow. The smell that's coming off this is incredible. And now after the longest wait ever, it's time to plate it all up. Robin has the passion, the labour of love for it. She was talking about she used to have a blow-up mattress. She used to sleep in front of the smoker so she could set an alarm, wake up, stoke the fire, put a bit more wood on it and sleep again. Crazy, but it shows in the food. And this is what 72 hours worth of smoking looks like. We've got flat and top brisket, we've got beef short ribs, we've got pork ribs, pit beans, mac and cheese, then we've got turkey, chicken thighs, pulled pork, ham and Cumberland smoked sausage. Where do you start? Even the mac and cheese is so creamy and cheesy. Doesn't this set the level on what barbecue should be? Honestly, thank you for letting us into your home, for letting us into your smokehouse. Once in a lifetime experience.
Thank you for coming.
That is what goes into smoking authentic Texas style barbecue, but you don't see behind the scenes. Where are we going to next? If you like what you see, subscribe to me.